Hey guys, XJ9 here, and today I'm just gonna pretty much announce that I'm not playing RuneScape anymore because kind of early too, because of a really dumb balancing decision by jagex Sponge, some junior content developer that is taking things into his own hands too much. So pretty much his news post, it's funny because it's just kind of like about whatever, right? Doesn't really matter. And right at the bottom, the last thing they put is other. Elder God Wars has released a bunch of chase items. However, we're seeing prices sky high as demand increases, but low drop rates are failing to meet this demand, resulting in an unpleasurable experience for both buyers and boss killers. Drop rates for the following items from the Elder God Wars dungeons have been dramatically increased. Magma Tempest Codex. Drop rate has been increased by 100% in both normal mode and hard mode. Scriptural Full. Drop rate has been increased by 100% in both normal mode and hard mode. Pieces of the Fractured Staff of Armor. Drop rate has been increased by 66%. Pieces of the Zek Kill Sword. Drop rate has been increased by 66%. Overall, this is absolutely insane because Zuck just came out 2 weeks ago. I was about to get my sixth weapon piece uh, to make my second sword, and I was gonna give it to my girlfriend. And yeah, instead of respecting people who already grinded the content, like me, they just buffed the drop rate. So people who didn't do anything and just complained, they just buffed the drop rate, even though the drop rate was fine. Now, tier 95s are faster to get than a lot of tier 92s, for example. For example, the new tier 95 sword from Zuck is faster to get than the Elite Dungeon Street Elder's Crossbow. If you do three ED3s an hour, or and you do three Zuck kills an hour, you'll actually get the sword faster than the what you call the the bow. And the same thing, if you do 2 kills an hour in both, you'll get the sword faster. So it's pretty funny that the new brand new tier 95 weapon is actually easier to get. Same thing with the fracture staff armor. Before it would take, if you did 10 kills an hour, it would take 25 hours for a staff piece. Now it takes about, I think, 17, 18. So again, our fracture staff armor is obtained in the same rate that an ED3 uh, crossbow pieces are obtained, if not maybe even a bit even faster, because of the fact that you can easily do 12, 13, even 14 kills if you're being super sweaty with banks and stuff. But like you can easily do 12 kills an hour with proper gear. So yeah, tier 95s in general are just more common than tier 92s. Even Solak, it takes about 40 hours to get a crossbow. AOD, I think it takes 80 hours to get a Appraisal Wand. And what else? I mean, there's a lot of things. It's also kind of crazy that they even buffed the drop rate of the Tempest Codex for some reason. Like, why? Like, it was fine. I literally got 3 and 200 KC. And so, how long does that take? Mm, let's just say, let's even say 2 kills an hour, even though it's not even correct. It means it takes an average of 33 hours to get a codex, right? But I can usually do 3 kills an hour. But let's say I do 2 kills an hour. Okay, that takes 33 hours to get a codex. Okay, so they buffed it by 100%. That means it only takes like 17 hours, 16 hours to get a codex now. And so it's like, do you know the Raksha Codex, Great Ricochet, takes 30 plus hours to get as well? Again, this all depends on the kill times, but like this is kind of like just example numbers that are valid. So Raksha Great Ricochet takes 30 hours. Are we gonna buff that? Like, why did you buff this? It was brand new, and the reason, like, it just doesn't make any sense because like the again, this is the whole game's fucking dead honestly, because pretty much Jack Sponge, he was just like, oh, you know what? He was gonna buy a Fractious Half of Armor for 4 bill. He was 5 mil off apparently, and then went up to 8 bill, and then he got super salty about it. And then what does he do? He goes. This wasn't on the This wasn't on the official RuneScape stream. On RSky's stream 10 days ago, he was talking to RSky, talking about, oh, he's trying to nag the people in charge of balancing the drop rates, to like some analytical team, to buff the drop rates and that they're too rare. Even though the drop rate of tier 95s were like literally in line, like they're a bit stronger than tier 92s, so they should be a little bit more rare. And and if you're fast enough, they're actually like the same, pretty much like the same rate of tier 92s. And now it's like, oh no, we're just gonna nerf it so that tier 95s are more common than tier 92s, just so people can feel good. Like, I'm gonna be honest, this whole game is just full of Iron Man now and entitled people who expect drops in 10 kills. I remember I've seen somebody post back when Carapac was launched. Oh, I have 1,000 trios in Carapac hard mode and no staff pieces. Yeah, because if you do trios, it takes 750 kills to get a staff piece. It's like I don't get it. Do you know it'll still take 500 kills to get a staff piece, pretty much, to get to get a staff piece in trios? It's like people are still gonna go dry and complain. Like, what are we just gonna make it? Like, it's just dumb. Like, I can't argue with stupidity. Like, I've tried giving all my feedback on this game. It's insane that they buffed the drop rate of this shit. Like, especially the full font. Like, how did they buff the codex and the sword by so much within 2 weeks? This was pretty much decided within a week, by the way, because the update gets finalized by like Thursday and Friday. It's just amazing that they did this. Meanwhile, suggestions like 100% Grimoire page drop rate, that took 2.5 years to do. How come that took 2.5 years to do? It's crazy. And then being told by Ramen, oh, we need more data. We don't want to do a buff and then revert it. But it's like, I'm not saying, like, for instance, for instance, the Grimoire page is a consumable. It just charges the book. I'm never saying, oh, hey, yeah, turn 92 Blightbound should be way more common because 1 out of 200 is way too rare. It takes 40 hours to get. I never said that. And it's just crazy that instead of buffing the pages, it took 2.5 years, and then it's like, who cares at that point? And then with this, they do it within 2 weeks or 3 or 4 months. But it's absolutely crazy how fast they did this. Like, why? And it's like, oh, unpleasurable for buyers and kill boss killers. How is it unpleasurable for buyers? Just because they have to spend a lot of money? You make a lot of money in this game. Like, pretty much every boss in this game was 100 mil an hour. Because guess what? When there are more bosses in the game, it means everyone isn't farming one boss. They're all spread out. So guess what? Everything goes up. Everything. That's just how the market works. And this is brand new shit. And also, this was released back to back to back to back. There wasn't a 3 month period like released in January, then March, then like June. It wasn't like that. It was back to back to back to back. This is why the prices are also high because everyone's trying to enjoy the content and do it all. And it's like instead of waiting and letting people do the content, farm it more, Carapic's 150 mil plus an hour and shit. Oh, we're just gonna buff it because people don't have it right now, and you want everyone to have it. Even like, and guess what? People are still gonna suck at this game. There's plenty of people, and I don't mean that in an offensive way, but there's plenty of people who have the same gear as me, and they can't deal as much damage as me. It's more about the skill than the gear, and it act like, oh, no, we just want everyone to have twisted bows and shit. I just don't get it. Like, it's crazy because in the stream with RS guy, they were only talking about the tier 95 weapons, and now you buff the full and the magma codex. Why? Just because they're new? Are we gonna go buff greater ricochet now? I just don't get it. The whole player advocacy group with RS guy and shit ruined the game. That guy was gonna quit the game and he didn't quit the game, but oh, guess what? He just ruined the game because he talks about Mod Sponge. Mod Sponge hangs out on PVME all day. It just has a confirmation bias where he's like, oh, you know what? Everyone is agreeing with me. Oh, everyone wants an easy game. Everyone wants easy drops. Everyone's Iron Man. Everyone loves nerfs. This must mean everyone wants this. Like, no. And so I actually I delete all my videos. You can probably see that and shit. They're never coming back. I'm not gonna come back to this game. Even if they revert this shit, I don't care. This is zero fucking respect. They didn't discuss this with anyone. I hope you know that. They didn't discuss this with anyone. jagex Sponge just go out of his way, nag them, and they fucking did this. It's a fucking joke. It's a joke. And guess what? Oh, unpleasurable experience. Guess what? I just had an unpleasurable experience because you fucked the game. Why did I just spend 2 weeks grinding 5 pieces of a sword when I could have had like how much? Like 8 pieces, pretty much. Why did I even spend time? Why did I spend time doing the carapace log? Why did I? Why am I even playing this game? You have zero respect for anyone. Like there's more people than me, than just me, who has the same opinion. I know someone who just got a staff piece yesterday, and he got offered 2.8 bill, and he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna wait for the sell for 3 bill. Oh, I'm gonna make my own staff. I'm gonna keep on keeping camping Carapace." I was tempted to tell him just to sell it, but I actually didn't think this would happen already. I thought it was gonna happen by the end of the month because they were talking about it. If it was gonna happen, I thought it was gonna happen at the end of the month. But yeah, so that guy just lost like 2 bill. He lost like a bill and a half. Wow, he just got fucked over. I know someone who just bought a staff armor just yesterday for like 8 bill plus, and guess what? He just lost like 5 bill. Oh, it feels great. Yep. And just because we feel bad for people who grind, because again, jagex sponge even says, oh, we feel bad for people who grind 8 mil an hour, 100% AFK, grinding spiritual warriors for 8 bill. We want to make them only have to grind for 3 to 4 bill to get it. And boss colors, dude. I always have. I'm not joking. I've played RuneScape so much for the past 4 months. I have not played RuneScape this much since like Telos. I was having so much fun with all these fronts. I've been having so much fun. Like I'm not even joking. I've been having so much fun with all this content. When I get that big drop, I feel so good. It was just like, wow, this is so fun. Like it's an MMO. It's with progression. I was farming everything myself. I farmed myself my own tier 95s, everything. I farmed my own Crypt Bloom set. And what do they do? They're trying to say that I'm having an unpleasurable experience. Really? Because guess what? I'm not playing this fucking game anymore. Because apparently you think I was having a bad time? What? Like, people are just so entitled nowadays. It's actually disgusting. The RuneScape community in general is like the most toxic fucking community I've ever seen in my life. I have never witnessed such a toxic community in my life. They're like everyone's just toxic. Everyone slanders. If you use tank armor, you get called a pussy. If you do things differently, you get called all these names. Like I have people going to my guides months later, weeks later, saying, "Oh, why aren't you doing this? Why aren't you doing this?" Like, bitch, why are you looking at a guide? You know? Like, go make a guide yourself. And it's like, oh, why aren't you walking under Carapic? Why aren't you doing? Dude, that was actually a bug. Like again, that was a bug that was turned to a feature that was actually reverted. But then Mod Ramen caved in and was like, you know what? All these elites are crying in PVME, so I'm gonna revert it. Like, what a fucking joke! It's a joke. And what else? Oh, and all they do is nerf content. They nerfed Dark Laker. They nerfed Croasis with mushrooms. They nerfed Carapic. They what else they do? I mean, they're probably gonna nerf the fuck out of this boss soon. They already buffed the drop rates. It's just disgusting. Cause like, ooh, excuse me. Oh gosh, excuse me, bro. Pardon me. But it's like it's just so weird. It's like, oh, these brand new items. There's not enough of these brand new items that are super strong in the game, so we're gonna make them super common right now. Like, what are you gonna revert it later on when there's enough of them? Like, why? Why? It's just why. It's just stupid. Like, I don't know. I don't know, guys. It's just dumb. What else? What else to say about this dumb shit? Sky high. Like, oh, well, hey, why is the prices sky high? Well, why did the fracture step armor go from 4 bill to 8 bill? Maybe because this new boss Zuck is really good with magic. Maybe because the new Magma Tempest Codex synergizes very well with it. But instead of using their brains, they just go, it's too high. Like I just don't get it. It's disgusting. And I was streaming this game for a while, and I had so many fuckers go to my stream, and they're like, "Oh, wow!" Like, cause I was arguing against it, and they're like, "Oh, that's like saying you want people to suffer just because you suffer." Who the fuck said I suffered? Again, that's straw manning. You're literally, I didn't say I suffered. I literally said I worked for it. I had a fun time, and what you just want to have easier time? Go fuck yourself, honestly. And then what else happened? Um, just think. I don't know what else happened. I'm sorry. I'm honestly really, really tired right now, and this shit was just really irritating. It hurts my brain because you cannot argue with stupid people, and because there's no arguing with these type of people. Like the people in charge are like the people in charge of the balance right now. Apparently a junior content developer is, and some guy, uh, the jagex ramen is too. They're both like pretty much high schoolers, and yeah, they have no idea how to balance the game, and they're in charge. It's actually a big joke. My warden's not there anymore, so oh well. I don't know, man. I don't know what else I was gonna talk about. I mean, that's pretty much it, honestly. Pretty much they screwed up everything. They oh what else? What was I was talking about the drop rates of the people complaining. Oh, like oh I don't have all time to spend on the game, dude. It's an MMO. MMOs are designed to be grinds. It's not even that big of a grind. Again, Solar Crossbow takes 40 hours to get. An ED3 piece takes 18 hours to get. That's how long a Zuck piece took. And now a Zuck piece takes like 12 hours to get now. Like what? Like or I think like 14 or 15 hours. It's just completely stupid. It's just completely stupid. Like you like these people complaining, "Oh, I have things to do." Blah, blah. Okay, dude, go play a mobile game. Go play an AFK simulator because like what It's like, I don't have all the time in the world. I can only dedicate an hour a week in this game, so I want everything to be super fast. Like, dude, like you want this game to be a private server, pretty much. You know, it says like, oh, I'm gonna ruin the game for other people who spend a lot of time because like I'd rather watch Netflix and anime all day. You know, it's an absolute fucking joke. This game's fucking shit. This game's fucking dead. And don't worry, when this game dies, I'll go. I was gonna quit. I was gonna quit the game anyway when macros happen. Macros are coming. They're right. They're already here probably. They don't care about macros. They think macros is an integrity issue. They think people who sell capes in a fucking sandbox MMO is an issue. Like honestly, it's a fucking joke. It's an absolute joke. You know what they want you to do? They want you to grind 1 billion weapons, and then everyone has a weapon, and then there's too many weapons in the game that no one even fucking plays this game. So guess what? They're gonna make armor component, fracture set for armor components because no one plays this fucking game anymore. They're gonna want you to grind 50,000 AOD kills for cosmetics. Guess what? Everything in this game from now on is gonna be super common. And they want you to grind thousands of kills for dumb titles and dumb cosmetics and act like you're special. That's all they want you to do. So yeah, pretty much. Thank you, Mod Round. Thank you, Mod Sponge, for ruining the game. Yep. I'm probably gonna go play League of Legends now. Fuck this game. Yep. Bye.